Hi, I'm joined today by Mike Blackman, the MD of ISE. Mike, we're on the eve of the show. It's been a strange 2 years getting to this point. Some thought we'd never get to this point. We are here, thankfully. Finally, we're here. What's the overriding emotion for you at the moment? Is it relief? Is it excitement?
It's excitement. It's, I mean, you see me, I'm smiling. I'm happy, you know, the weather's great. It's warm, it's sunny. We've got halls which are full with phenomenal stands. You see the level of all these new builds that all our exhibitors are doing to really create an impression here. I had people from the Fiera walking around with me. They were going, wow, you know, they're seeing all these phenomenal shows coming in, but ours is really going to be something exciting.
Sure. I mean, it's a new city, it's a new venue. Do you expect it to have a different feel to previous ISEs?
Yes, certainly. We've got a structure of halls that works much, much better. You know, the Rye was a good building, but it was built over a period of time, so it was like one after the other. Here they built it really in a structured way. You come in one corridor down the middle and everything goes left to right to that, so you're able to navigate. And that will help. That's helped us to actually set out the show to be, for our exhibitors to be found more easily, and the attendees to find them and be able to navigate the halls.
It feels like, I was just saying to you earlier, it feels like a cleaner venue, a more spacious venue, more modern venue, more kind of purpose-built venue really than maybe the Rye was.
Yeah, certainly, and this is the fortune they've had to have a new, I mean, the Rye was a great venue, but it was built over a period of time where you had a lot of older halls as well, and they were a little bit boxed in then. Here they started off with a piece of land, and they were able to actually say, what do we need? And there's been a big difference in how venues have been constructed in the last 10, 15 years than say, 60 and 100 years ago.
Sure. I mean, ISE, as we all know, it's not just the stands. Obviously, they're a huge part of that, and that's where I'll be spending most of my week, I guess. But there's a whole raft of other ISE-related events that are happening right here. Could you give us maybe a sort of highlight of some of those?
So the first thing is we have our series of conferences. We have a traditional smart building conference. We have our education, so smart learning. We have digital signage. You know, we've got a host of conferences and education going on throughout the show. We've got some of our features. We've got the immersive gallery in Hall 2, which we've done with the Exhibition Hub. 650 square meters, virtual Klimt, virtual Van Gogh, virtual Hockney. I mean, really exciting stuff. And a consortium of companies have come together to help us create that. We've got the retail zone where we've got working with Economicom, where they've created a shop of the future. We've got our theatres, which have been really set up in a great way with all the partners. So there's a lot of features, a lot of things to see. And what we've done also is gone outside the city. One of the things we said is that we don't just want to be here as a show that doesn't let the public in, and we don't want the public at ISE, but we felt, why don't we give something back to the city? So the first thing was with Casabatio to do a projection mapping in the middle of the city, and that was on Saturday night. 22,000 people attended that. It was really, and that was from Rafik Anadol, and that was great. And Rafik's going to be our opening keynote on Tuesday. Should be really fantastic. On day 2, we have Alan Greenberg from Illuminarium, and again showing how immersive spaces can be in hospitality, and just taking it to the next level. And then we've got tonight, we've got a projection mapping on the old Fiera Montjuic on the facade, and that's going to be running all week, every evening as well. So that's all also for the city.
I mean, it really seems like the city's embraced the show, which is it's great to see, obviously for you, but great for the city as well. It seems like a really working partnership at the moment.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the first time we've had so much engagement and so much support. TV, radio, newspapers, the major, not only the city government and the regional government, but also the Spanish government, and then on top of that, all these organizations, associations, business associations, public and private, they've all got on board and got behind us to actually make ISE happen and trying to help make it successful.
Sure. Final question, we're obviously moving from Northern Europe to Southern Europe. Do you think that will affect the geographical spread of the visitors from the show, or do you think it...
We're already seeing that. So At the moment we have just over 46,000 pre-registrations, and it's going up every day. What we're seeing as a pattern, in the past, probably about 23% of our attendees came from around the Benelux region. And we're seeing that dropping, and we anticipate that would happen. And that they will come from the local region now. So at the moment we have about just over 20% coming from Spain and Portugal. What we've seen though is a good increase from Italy and France, so more people coming from those regions. As many people, the UK has stayed steady.
Yeah.
Obviously we Brits, we like to come to Spain.
Yeah.
And I can also say we Germans, because I became a German citizen as well. Unfortunately, the Germans have gone down a little bit in numbers, but it's starting to pick up a bit. So we'll see that pick up for next year as well. Certainly, the strong AV regions like Scandinavia are supporting ISE. But what we're seeing is some growth in Southern Europe as well.
Brilliant. Well, it's always the most exciting week in the AV calendar of the year, so I can't wait for it all to happen. I guess congratulations, well done on getting this far. I know it's been a really difficult 2 years.
It's been a long ride.
You need to be applauded for that. I know you've had to make some really tough choices along the way. But I mean, you've got our full support. I think you've done a fantastic job in getting us to where we are now, and I just can't wait for the next week. So many thanks for joining us, Mike.
Thank you.